came on top in the building again. We never ran.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, twisting away. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 3rd down, it's Coleman, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. first carry for Carlos Hyde. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Joey Bosa. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, a 22.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Ace! 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 Ace!
They'll run for it with Hyde. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. It's Coleman here. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Brandon, I know what I would do in this situation. You're on the road. It's the opening drive. You've gotten all the way down here. I would go for it.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Mahomes now on the sneak. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
When you enter the game as the AFC Player of the Week award winner, you expect runs like that and then some.
It was fun to watch him in the opener last week in Week 1. He was spectacular and hoping for more here in Week 2. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job, to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
And Rivers saw something he didn't like. He's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Hey, go orange. Orange. 4 down. White. Brown. Defense wins championship, baby. White. Kill. White. 58 for Mike. Get the ball. White.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And it's caught off the deflection. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss.
Alpha! Strong right. Hey, left. Hey, I'm going to go load it.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Coleman. And now running right through it. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work his way down to the 16. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Left, 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 left!
On 2nd down, Hyde a first down and more. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it second down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. And that goes for a gain of 31. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Turn up!
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. On 3rd down, that's Coleman. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And give him a gain of 37. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
31 yards there and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.